How you too? I just wanted to come on and share a dream that my son had on Saturday, June 6th, 2020. It was a very profound dream, and um, as he was telling me about it, the Lord was kind of revealing some things to me, and led me to do some other things afterwards. After he told me his dream, so I'm going to ask him to share his dream, and I'll be asking him questions so you guys can get a greater understanding. And then at the end, I'll kind of talk to you about what I felt the Lord was showing me with his dream. So here we go. Okay, go ahead, Josiah. Start out from the very beginning of your dream.
We was in the store. Um, we had then when we were done, we walked out. Fire was everywhere. The guy had poured
Slow down. The guy poured what?
gasoline on his tires. Then started running everywhere, and fire followed.
So was the guy black or white? You know, did tell me. I don't think I got that from you.
He was black.
He was black, and he poured gasoline on his tires to spread fire everywhere. Okay.
Then
And we were in the store when this was happening.
Then when we walked out, we saw him, so we got in our car. The car had broke down. And Dad had flew out and fell on where the gasoline was coming.
Okay. So Jazz, hold on. So Jazz, I'm explaining this. Jazz is my 2-year-old daughter, who he's saying that fell out the car. Okay, go ahead. That the car seat broke in some kind of way. She fell out the car and there was gasoline everywhere. Okay, go ahead.
The fire was coming, so we had to quickly buckle her, and we had to get it out. And
then what?
And then we went to our house.
Okay, so we went to our house, and then what happened?
And then this man came to our house and said he come to our futuristic house.
It was a guy that came to the house and asked us to come to his futuristic house. And what did this guy look like?
He looked like John Wick.
So those of you who know the movie John Wick is Keanu Reeves played John Wick, and I'll explain more to why he saw Keanu Reeves in his dream. Okay, so then the guy Keanu Reeves told us to come with him to his futuristic house, and then what happened?
And then we got into bed and watched TV, went to sleep. Then we woke up.
What TV were we watching?
A triangle TV.
He said it was a triangular TV, and then I'll explain that more too. Go ahead.
And then we had to go somewhere when we woke up.
We had to go somewhere?
So they told us to use their hover car.
And the hover car was what color?
It was red. Yeah, red.
All red? Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then what happened when we got in the hover car?
We drove on the road. Then we went in like this forest with a road.
Went where?
Went in this forest.
Forest.
And it had this road. So we driven on it. Then that when this horn went off.
Okay. And what did the horn sound like? Okay. So he was saying that we were in this hover car, and we were driving in the forest, on a road in the forest, and he said all of a sudden we heard this loud horn that made this sound. It was a long sound, he said, and it could be heard everywhere. And go on.
Then police cars started crashing everywhere.
And then what?
Then that when I woke up.
And that's when you woke up. So he said police cars were crashing everywhere after the sound of the horn was blown. And so that was the end of his dream. Now to explain a couple of things in his dream. Wait 1 second. So in his dream, when he saw Keanu Reeves, as soon as he said that, I knew, because I was trying to figure out in my mind, okay, John Wick, who played John Wick? So I pulled a picture up for him, and he said, yes, that's the man. It was Keanu Reeves, and immediately um, the movie Matrix came to me, and so I was like, okay, I think that's what God was trying to show me is that um, the Matrix had to tie into this. So I was led to watch the Matrix. I hadn't watched the Matrix in forever, so I watched it today. And in the movie, it talked about the name of their ship was called the Hovercraft. And so, of course, you heard him talking about a hover car, but he talked in the movie. It talked about a hovercraft. He also talked about he saw when we were watching TV there was a triangular TV. Now, there's a TV set as Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Fishburne are talking, and they're looking at the TV is sitting in front of them. But they do a shot behind the TV, and there's an I'm sorry, upside down triangle on the back of the TV set. And so I said that's why he saw that like all this is tying back into his dream. And so then I was like, okay, what does the horn have anything to do with that? Because immediately when my daughter heard it, she thought maybe that was the rapture. But then when he said the police cars all crashed, then I said, okay, that was more so like God's judgment um, on this crazy system that we have. Because if you realize in the beginning of his dream when he was talking about the guy was putting gasoline on his car and um, the store caught on fire, right? Yeah, you did tell me. Yeah, so the store caught on fire, and that represent all the rioting and stuff. The people that are doing wrong, the ones that are not people that are not protesting peacefully, they that's what God was showing him that was the rioting part of it. And so when at the end of his dream where the horn was blown and the police cars all crashed, that was God's judgment, and also him breaking us out of this systematic system that we've been in for so long, this slave mentality that we've been in so long. Because if you watch the Matrix, that's what the Matrix is about. It's about the enslavement of the mind, and that's what we all been in. We all been in this in captive in our minds of the things that we have been told in school and things they have been indoctrinating in us. And now God is getting ready to tear all that down. And I believe that's what he was trying to show my son. I mean, when I watched the movie today, I was like, it just came all together. And I just could not even believe what he had showed my son. And I was just thanking God for it because my son normally doesn't dream. He probably had, I don't know when the last time he had a dream. But I knew once he had turned 8 that God would start to give him some more things. Of course, his name is Josiah. I named him that for a reason. And because God had led me to give him that name, and I felt like all my kids have an anointing on their lives. They all have dreams, but he was the main one that had not been having dreams. But I felt like when he turned 8 that it would be his time. Uh, it's just so many things that my son uh, has in his spirit that God has not fully broken out yet, and I know he has many gifts that are coming. So I just wanted to share that with you all. And if you have any more revelation on what he saw, and maybe your take on what the dream was, please share in the comments below. Thank you all for listening. Be blessed. And I'll talk to you soon.